I interviewed with a man named Steve Sullivan, and he sent me up to go interview with this guy up at a store off of Preston LBJ. And I remember I'd worked across the street at the same corner, and I remember, God, I used to make fun of this guy that worked at this mattress store because I worked across from him because he's always in there alone working that. And then I remember going there one day and seeing like a brand new Corvette set outside the store. And I'm thinking, what's going on with this mattress company? So and I found myself, a month later, because my company that I worked for went out of business, interviewing with this guy. And it was Darren Lewin. And Darren, he remembered me. He knew my name right away. Oh, you used to work across the street from me. And I used to talk. I used to come by and chat with him. And within about 30 minutes, he had hired me. Hey, and he told me about his plan to go to Atlanta. And I thought, okay, good luck. Yeah, good luck. But I saw the opportunities in Dallas. He used to have this buddy that came by, a young-looking guy. There was a Stearns rep. He took us out for drinks a couple of times, and I stopped hanging out with him because I'd always want to get in bar fights. So, yeah, they're troublemakers. Don't let them fool you. No, it was a neat time back then to kind of watch the growth. And I remember I was in Dallas, and I think it was about 2 months later, they said, hey, you want to open up a store? I said, yeah. I said, I want to open up a store. And I lived in Plano, which is far north of Dallas, and they said, we want you to open up in Ridgemar. And I go, where's Ridgemar? It's the far side of Fort Worth. And so I said, sure, I'll take my first store. And I was driving 2.5 hours because you had to go through all the traffic at Dallas and all the traffic at Fort Worth to get to Ridgemar. Did that for about 2 months, and then I wind up moving over there. And then meanwhile, I was out there for almost a year, and then they brought Ray in, and I saw the opportunity to go back to Dallas because I heard about the Knox Henderson location and got Ray trained up right. He turned out good. I've been with him a lot of years. I got way too many stories to tell, but. Saw Darren and them go off and have a great success out there. I was always happy with those guys. 19, what year was he became DM? I was 99, so, 99, I remember in Dallas is always known for, just tell you all a little scary time. I remember there's always a thing that, we never get, we had break-ins to stores, but we never had, there was never like any holdups. And so I'm at this Preston LBJ store, which is the one that Darren actually used to manage, and I was a manager of it because I didn't have Knox for some reason. So at that time. And I was sitting in that store one night, and these 3 young kids walked in, kind of like they were screwing around looking for mattresses. And they decided to say, hey, I'm going to go outside and get my wallet. And they came back in, and he goes, we're going to do this the hard way or the easy way, man. And the gun was bigger than him when he came in. It was full of bullets. It was that big. You can see the revolver. It was a 44 mag. He told me, he says, give me the money. I said, back then we had, $100 maybe in the register. I was back before the $20 rule. So I put the register out on the top. So there's all the money. And he looked at it and he was puzzled, thinking we had thousands of dollars in a mattress store. Well, give me your wallet. And I had more money in my wallet than I had in the register, and gave him my wallet. Give me the keys to that nice Camaro you got up front. I had a brand new, Camaro. Gave him the keys to that. Their buddies were kind of walking around looking for people coming in. They decided that there wasn't really anything going on here because we were just standing there staring at each other with a gun in our face. The other 2 leave, but the guy with the gun stays inside, and he says, well, let's go in the back room and find some more money. So he takes me in the back room, and he's like, find some more money. I was like, there is no more money in this entire store, dude. You just got to leave. And I haven't shared this story a lot, but he told me, he says, I want you to get down on your knees and find some more money right now. I told him I'm not getting down on my knees. And his buddy came back in, and we were kind of having this stare contest, I guess, between me and the gun and him. And his buddy just kind of looked at him and was like, "We got to go," and kind of led his friend out the door with the gun. And that was probably my most memorable moment at Mattress Firm.
Did you win $1,000 sale?
No, $1,000 sale. But that's just something I've had in me for a long time. Just want to share with you guys. I haven't. How many times have I talked about that, Ray?
Not many, Jay.
That's crazy.
I don't like remembering it either because the next day I had to make the call. Obviously, we gave Jason 2 days off. He was pretty shook up, and like, what do we do with the store? Preston LBJ, our #1 store at that time still, and I couldn't ask anybody else to work the store because I didn't want to, so I wound up working the store for a couple of days. We did wind up keeping that side door locked on the side that they come in on, and it never got robbed again. You know, it just they did hit the Payless down the street and made a big cash.
Yeah, they were so mad they didn't get money out of me. They ran across to the other side of the mall, and apparently I think they pistol whipped a girl and took all the money from Payless shoe store. And because I was sitting in that store forever, and no cops would come to the store after the robbery, and I think you might have showed up before the cops came, or somebody did. But it was probably my most memorable moment. I can talk about it now, but there was a long time that I never could talk about that. That was.
You know, Preston, from that story, because we obviously work together in Dallas and don't have a conversation with about, hey, listen, there's nothing in this store that's more valuable than you are. So if you feel uncomfortable at any point, just leave and leave everything there. And I have that same conversation with every person that joins our organization. So, you know, I know that was tough for you, and I can't even imagine. But because, you know, I remember the first time you told me that story, and, you know, it just that you know, what's worth, just you know, please tell people, just leave, get out of our stores if you feel the slightest bit uncomfortable, and we'll take care of everything else. So, but you know, my journey with Mattress Firm started in 1998, and well, I guess I have to lighten the load a little bit here.
I just want to say thank you, Jason, for
Yeah.
staying and being committed to Mattress Firm. Like, that's just a phenomenal story. Like, I like in tears thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know what I would have done if that would happen if I would have like quit. So I mean, the fact that that happened to you and you stayed and been committed to Mattress Firm for so many years after such a traumatic, you know, experience.
Yeah.
I mean, it just speaks volumes to your character and your resilience. So I mean, that really makes me look at you in a completely different way hearing that story. So, not to cut you off.
No, it's good. No.
I applaud you for that. I'm just amazed by that. So.
Does that warrant a standing ovation or something?
That is what it is.